When I stream, I have to take drugs. If you sit there in silence for 30 seconds, your viewers get bored. The viewer count falls off.
They criticize people for trying to make money. They're sellouts.
I have to take drugs.
But yet these guys are selling out their souls. They're only getting to make content. Coach Greg, in today's video, it's all about Togi. He appeared in a podcast with Stogie and Sarah Safari, and so let's get right into it.
It's not like he was like, of all the people, like, who do you want, Sarah? But I am excited because I've seen your stuff for at least like 4 years.
And so Togi is really excited to be talking with Sarah. He's been watching her, following her for 4 years, despite the fact that she's been only doing it for 2. And so Togi, who's been sniffing too much creatine on more drugs than last time, he doesn't even know what year it is.
I've done it for 2, so that's funny.
Wait, so like
4 years? I feel like way longer than that.
And so I feel like it's been 4, but it's only been 2. Just like he feels like he's going to be an IFBB pro, despite the fact he doesn't like lifting weights.
Like the OG fitness influencers, yeah?
I've done it for 2 years.
I don't know if it's the degenerates of the Gen Z population, but you're not an OG because you've been doing something for 2 years. You got to be doing it for at least 10.
Like a little bit over 2
seeing
years.
a video of you and you like went viral for your like abs or something.
Yeah, I think that was my selling point. But I appreciate it. Thank you.
Togi's glazing up Sarah. Perhaps he's trying to get into her pants. But getting everything wrong about her and saying she's amazing is probably not going to work. Togi's mission in life is to have 60 kids. And so is he going to start by impregnating Sarah?
I like this super sweet shit. Like, a lot of people get bothered by...
No, bro. I
don't want to know how much fucking stevia is in this, but...
And so Togi is saying, hey, don't tell me about the artificial sweeteners in this drink. I mean, I'm trying to be healthy. And so what I've been told is that there's 40 to 60 servings of stevia in an energy drink. There is not even close to this, Togi. And so the irony of this, he's scared about the stevia that's in an energy drink that he's putting in his body, but yet he's out sniffing creatine, partying harder than last time, and staying up all hours of the night. But hey, I'm worried about the stevia in an energy drink.
I was just curious because like, I talk
publicly?
about it all the time, how I like use drugs, so it's interesting to, I don't know.
Does that not scare you?
What?
I mean, think of it, Steiny. Will you really think he's scared about the controversy that's going to happen from him admitting to using drugs? Bro is abusing grams and grams of gear just so he can go and say he's the biggest man in Cabo.
Sponsors I have are Casino, Research Chemicals, Young LA. So it's like those three thus far. It's like,
So you're good.
yeah, I'm good.
Of his 3 main sponsors, do you think any of them care that he's a degenerate gambler that's high on drugs all the time? And so do you really think they're going to care what he says or doesn't say in his videos? I mean, in my opinion, the more it talks about drugs, the more he gambles, the better.
That's
That was,
interesting
like, a
that
huge
because you're
comeback.
like not the target audience at all.
No.
Like most of it is like 16-year-old kids that like it's like this is the dream, like college.
But yet he's a degenerate gambler promoting gambling, taking steroids, and using recreational drugs. And he knows his target audience is people who are 16 years old.
Eubanks is on a weird mission to like leave an impact, and he kind of like thinks other people should do that too.
And so Togi says, yeah, I'm friends with Alex Eubank, but he's on some weird mission to spread positivity to the world, to not promote using performance-enhancing drugs, some weird mission for kids to stay natural.
He's kind of understanding the idea more now that I'm an entertainer and
Yeah.
I'm not an influencer, even though they title us as an influencer.
And so he thinks he's not actually influenced anyone when he actually is. In comparison, Alex Eubank has that weird mission, so weird, to try to make people healthy. Why would he want to be so weird?
I would love to see you like just walking around with some jacked ass muscle, like a real jacked ass
No.
chick. What about Togi? So
40
I
pounds
expected
less.
a little bit more muscle when I.
They're feeling like Togi, he ain't got that much muscle, and Togi's quick to defend himself. Look, guys, I don't even work out.
I was abusing steroids like really aggressively and just working out once a week and like whatever, you know, getting drunk.
But he says, look, I can't keep doing the steroids that I'm doing. If I keep going at this rate, I will die. And so I'm going to have to lower my dose. Perhaps just 900, maybe 1,000 milligrams of test a week.
Right now I'm on a gram of testosterone, which is like
Is that low? Sounds low.
It's pretty high.
It's more than Brad's ever taken.
And so consider this, his low dose, 1,000 milligrams of test, it's more test than Bradley has ever taken. That should tell you a lot.
My full cycle was 1.5 grams of testosterone, 1 gram of equipoise, Superdrol, pre-workout, Anadrol pre-workout, 6 IUs of growth hormone a day.
And so imagine saying, yeah, that's it. Plus, the Tren and the Ment, and yeah, that's it.
For example, one of the steroids I was taking was Ment, right? And that was actually created as male birth control.
And so here's the thing. If there's any girls listening, don't believe when he says that he's not fertile right now. Just because you're not on steroids doesn't mean you can't have kids. I've had people say this in the past. They think that people are on steroids, they're infertile. And so you don't have to use protection. So unless you want to be among the long list of women that Togi's going to have to impregnate to get those 60 kids, please use more protection than last time.
You can have kids too. You don't have to pull out.
Exactly.
You can. Be careful.
You're 21.
22 now.
22.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Sarah, you're...
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Sarah, how old are you?
23.
You look good for 23.
What does that mean? You look good for 23. Steiny's trying to glaze up Sarah, thinking she's hotter than last time. You look good for 23. Last I checked, 23 isn't old. You haven't, as a woman, even hit your prime yet. Most women, their peak, their SMV, their sexual market value, peaks somewhere between 24 and 26. She's 23. You look good for 23. What the heck does that mean?
Do you want to have kids?
I'm a grown-ass dude. Yeah, dude. By the time I'm like 27, I'll have at least 6 kids.
Togi's 22. By the time he's 27, he predicts he'll have 6 kids. It takes approximately a year to have a kid. He's 22. If he starts right now, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And so Togi's planning to have a kid every single year starting today. And so is it going to, in fact, begin with Sarah?
Not even once in my life pondered if I'm a girl or a boy dad. It would like seriously me up if my daughter was a or if my son was gay.
And so Togi says, well, I couldn't handle it if my son or daughter was gay. And so he says, that's why you have a ton of kids. You can ignore the person that's gay and focus on the rest. It's the law of averages. If you have 60 kids, for example, and only 5 of them are gay, you can pay attention to the other 55. Ladies, use protection. Be careful.
You still have to show them both love.
Yeah, for sure. But like, at least I'm content with what I've put out in the world.
And so he says, yeah, I get it. I'd still have to take care of my kid, even though they're gay. I'd still have to take care of them, but I wouldn't be proud of them. And so if you only have one kid and happen to be gay, how can I be proud? And so I need to have multiples. Then you can write off that one who's gay, who you're not proud of, who you're forced to take care of, because as a dad, you still have to do that. You have to pay for their shelter, you have to clothe and feed them, but you can't be proud. You essentially would hate them just in secret, not tell anyone about it, but you truly wouldn't be proud. Does that sound like the person you want to go to bed with, who you choose to potentially be the father of your child?
How many are you planning to pop out?
Like 60, dude. As many as I can.
As many kids as he can. It's not looking good.
Now that I'm talking to you, you're 30 and you're still
Bro,
like...
what the
feel young.
30, the popping up 30 is getting to him.
Yeah. Like,
Why are you mad that you're 30? That's cool.
Let me just do some thinking for you. Men's SMV, their sexual market value, it peaks when they're in their late 30s and early 40s. And so if you decide to settle down and you're 22 years of age and start having kids, you're not nearly at the level you're going to be at. And so last I checked, there is no biological clock for a man. A man, for example, could be 49 years of age, like Coach Greg, and then decide to have kids. Togi should be in no rush. Just because he's in his 20s, he shouldn't be thinking, I'm in a rush to start having kids by the time he's 27. You can wait till you're in your 30s and or 40s, perhaps even in your 50s, and get younger girls than last time.
You still feel like, how old do you feel?
25. 24.
Yeah, right? Like, I feel like
But
I'm
that's part
still
of,
like
like, the
18.
LA and-
And so I'm 49 and I feel 29. Steiny's 30 and he feels 25. And Togi's 22 and he acts like he's still 16 years of age smoking a doobie.
I don't know
would
if
be a
that's shade, but I
problem.
just feel like she's gonna have daddy issues because you just said you're not gonna be a good father. You need a good mother.
Okay.
And
How's that going to work? Fatherless children, a lot of times they're going to grow up and they're going to have some problems. They're not emotionally developed the same way as if they had a mom and a dad present in their lives.
My perfect reality would be like I have one girl, my wife, and then along the way to finding my wife, I just happened to like accidentally have like 40 kids.
And so the dream situation is to have one woman as his wife and a bunch of side bitches that also have children for him. Imagine going on a date saying, hey, do you have any kids? Yes, but only 40. You have 40 kids and the date would be over. No one's marrying a man who has 40 children.
so just baby mamas.
Yeah.
And child support. Have you thought that?
Yeah.
Have you thought that one through?
Child support?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have a, we're not going to say addiction, but you have a serious gambling problem.
And so Steiny's bringing up the point. Have you thought about child support? There's a lot of work. There's a lot of money that you have to pay. And if you're a gambling degenerate losing all of your money, what's going to happen when you have no money to support those other 40 women?
I have a gambling addiction because I have nothing to lose.
Well, you have the current money that you have right now that you have to lose.
Like when I was 19, I was a millionaire. And then I went broke. I was
How?
$50,000.
How are
just
you a
crypto
millionaire at
bread.
19?
Like
you're one of the
crazy
cryptos
crypto
guys?
breads.
Does anyone believe that Togi was a millionaire when he was 19, that he had crazy crypto scheme going on? Remember when he said he bet his life savings, it was around $200,000? How could he have had $1 million at 19, but only have $200,000 to lose at 21? The math doesn't add up. If you are a millionaire at 19, would that money not continue to rise? Where did the money go?
I could sell a course, and that's the thing, but I just don't need it. Like, I don't need it for it. Like, I'm too busy, like, making funny videos.
These guys, they need to touch grass. Nobody, and I repeat, no one, is buying a course from Togi. What would be the course beyond? How to gamble away your life savings playing Plinko. You don't need to take a course to learn how to lose all your money when gambling.
When I stream, I have to take drugs. If you sit there in silence for 30 seconds, your viewers get bored, the viewer count falls off.
And so to stream, he has to take drugs. It's a must. You can't stream without being high. It doesn't work.
When I gamble on stream, I end up losing at least $10,000 almost every time. I end up being violently hungover. It's like a 20-hour experience. So I stream like twice a month.
That's what you have to do to stream. You have to take a lot of drugs and stream for 20 hours. Had you ever thought of shortening the stream down to perhaps 2 hours? Maybe make it 4. There's no rule or law that says you have to stream 24 hours a day.
I lost, I was doing a ton of Xanax and the whole time. So it was like super up, and I lost like $200-something thousand on like one 30-hour stream.
Please run out and buy Togi's new course. He teaches you how to make money. He makes $10,000 doing something while losing $200,000 in the process. Net difference, $190,000 in the whole. Great course. I can't wait to sign up.
Most people I meet from the influencing world, it's like they only with me because I have something to offer.
Right.
Whereas like the kids I met in college in the frat, it's like they with me because they with me.
And so here's the thing, Togi. If your friends are all your friends because you spend a lot of money on them, are they actually your friends? You're saying when you meet social media influencers, it's only because they want something from you. But yet your friends who are your friends from university, they want to spend your money and do drugs with you. How do you know that they're your true friends?
I spend a ton of money on them, and I involve them in all my businesses because I try and bring them all up with me so that we can all be successful together.
And so would those friends still be there for you if you didn't have any money, if you didn't buy them things, if you didn't offer them any drugs?
It's kind of more of your entertainment persona. Off camera, you're not always blasting drugs.
Well, no, I am, but
Okay.
not nearly as much.
But now I try to strictly do the drugs, gamble, and do all those bad things while on camera because that's how I get paid.
I'm gonna be honest. I only drink if it's content.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even like drinking, but sometimes it just takes the edge off things.
And so picture this. These guys, they only drink for content. They can't handle being hungover the next day. And so what they do is they film themselves getting drunk so that they can get views. But they're not a sellout. They criticize people for trying to make money. They're sellouts. But yet these guys are selling out their souls. They're only getting drunk to make content. I mean, is it not one thing if you actually enjoy the drinking? But if you only drink because that's what your audience wants to see, then to me, that is truly selling out.